All right. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, Louisiana Tech game last week was a good one. I felt like we kind of got over the hump, kind of turned the corner. Then go to Troy and just, you know, obviously we lost the first one and then the second one, and then we're able to manage a win out of the third one. But still, I think, you know, I still think we leave a lot on the table in the sense of like there are games we should win and could have won that we didn't. And it comes down to little things, you know, that we need to take care of and we need to get better on. And this week, obviously we go on the road to play Louisiana Tech, but then being home, hopefully will get us back on track to where we can hopefully make a run, you know. Playing at home will definitely be a lot more fun in front of the Cajun fans.
So, I mean, I don't even, normally I can at least say, well, I think you maybe should do this. I mean, with your pitching strategies, it seems like y'all tried everything.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go from here other than you just hope whoever you put out there? I mean, it's all been kind of all over the place.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, we got to score more than they do, you know, and I think that's another thing being on the road is they get last at bat because we have opportunities to win. And sometimes like we go up 4, you know, and again, we've said this before that we can't just stay with that. We have to continue we can't settle and be comfortable with a 4-run lead, especially when they have last at bat. So we just have to keep scratching, clawing, and putting runs on the board. And, you know, and that's what we had done at Coastal Carolina in the sense of like the goal is to win every inning instead of just the game. Let's be intentional about winning every inning and play a full 7 and try to put people away when we can.
What are those little things that you want to see righted to kind of churn out those wins instead of losses?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, it's little things like getting a bunt down, you know, when it matters. And not just getting a bunt down when they're playing one back and the first baseman's back. We can't bunt to the pitcher. We have to bunt to the first baseman, right? So it's like, it's things that we practice, though, that we're intentional about. So it's not just a bunt. It's bunting in the right place. It's making an overhead catch. It's communicating. It's, you know, sometimes, you know, Emily would go for the ball and she shouldn't have gone for it, right, between first and second. And then now maybe you should, you know, so that communication piece of like understanding, okay, I have to go for this ball because if it gets in the outfield, then we lose the game. Or I can't go for this ball because, you know, that's Liscano's ball. And again, it's not one thing. It's just a lot of, those are just examples of little things that I think we need to get better at.
How much of it do you think is just about like the youthfulness of the team that you had?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's youthfulness. I think it's experience, you know, like it's playing the game, you know, it is. It's being out there and having those situations and just understanding the game and just knowing when I have to do what, like when's a good time to hit, when's a good time to slap, you know, like being able to read a defense to see, you know, what should I do here? But again, it's not, in my opinion, it's not big things because, you know, for the pitching staff, like Tyra Clare in the first game, she threw strikes, you know? I mean, the slapper got on and they hit the 2-run home run. But again, throwing strikes and eliminating the freebies, we're going to figure out a way to win games. And that means we need to score more than the other team, you know, which I think we can.
Sam obviously pitched great against Tech, and she had a pretty good start in Troy. Where is she right now?
She's
Progress and overall.
I mean, really good. I mean, because Troy, she gave us a chance to win. You know, she really did. She's attacking the strike zone. I think her off speed is working better. She's keeping people off balance. She's not getting hit hard when she does get hit. You know, it's ground balls or little pop ups. And again, I think we can play defense. It's just a matter of, you know, doing it at the right time. And the one thing that has been consistent all year are the double plays, right? And the one that, in the end, that Sis throws a wild, you know, throws it astray at first base. I mean, that hasn't happened all year. It happens in the most critical time. But that's part of the game. But no, I thought Sam definitely gave us a chance to win. I think she's doing a fantastic job.
Speaking of Sis, they walk the bases loaded to get to her, and she comes through. And so that was an incredible moment, and yet it still didn't end well. I mean, just talk about that moment.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, you play the game in spurts, but it's little things like that. Like I told Sis, like yes, we didn't win, but you have to take that and like run with it in the sense of it has to make you feel good that because you're going to have that opportunity again, you know, and you coming through in those moments is going to be critical. So continue to do that. Continue to have confidence in that moment and want to be up. That's like, I want the middle of the lineup to want to be up when the game's on the line, to want to be up when there are runners in scoring position and know that they're going to come through, you know? So those moments are preparing her for the later moments too.
What have you been telling, I guess, the middle and the bottom of the lineup? Because I know you have Emily and Sam and that top of the lineup that kind of comes through. What is the message to that middle and bottom?
Well, that the middle is to get RBIs, you know? The bottom is to turn the lineup over. Get on base and try to turn the lineup over. Because the more we turn the lineup over, the harder it is for the opposing pitcher. And the more we get to see, you know, pitches. And hopefully the more we get to score runs.
Over the next 2 weeks, you got JMU and South Al coming in very close to y'all in Sunbelt standings. How pivotal are these next 2 conference series for y'all when it comes to making that postseason push?
Oh, extremely. Like, this is very critical in the sense of, yeah, it's going to matter a lot, you know? And pressure's a privilege. Like, you want that, right? Like, we need to win the games, you know? Figure it out, find a way, and that's what we're going to talk about all week. Is we're going to compete all week at practice, and we're going to find different ways to win each competition, like the games within the games. And yeah, it's a very critical part of our season for sure. It's just nice that it's going to be at home though.
Talk about Kayla's return. How did all that work out?
Kayla's Kayla. I mean, she's a leader. She gets the job done. Like I was talking about the one back bunt, you know, she did it perfectly twice, you know? She just gets it. She gets the game. She understands the game. She knows, you know, what to do in certain situations. And, you know, obviously she was out for a little over a week, but I mean, she comes back and she's strong, you know, and she's going to continue to get better. But just her presence in the lineup is a big piece for us.
Where are you in terms of, I don't know that the lineup needs a lot of change. You don't have a lot of options, but where are you in maybe tweaking the lineup?
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you know, just put me in Norwood in the DP position, you know, in the last game, and she comes through with 2 hits. I don't know how many RBIs she had, but I mean, you give a kid an opportunity, she takes advantage of it, then she gets another opportunity. So it's nice to have athletes come off the bench and do something because I think it sparks the whole team. You know, I think she was a critical piece of us winning that game. So she's going to continue to get opportunities for sure. I like to give Deja more opportunities because I think she adds speed. You know, she adds a little something different too because I think she can do a one-back bunt and that execution piece. So, yeah, I mean, right now it's about what we need to win, you know, and whatever that takes, we're gonna do that.
Strategy for La Tech?
We're assuming we're gonna see the same pitcher, maybe not, but hopefully we're gonna continue to hit her, maybe hit her even better because we've seen her already. But it's going to be at their place, obviously, but go out there and execute, get some timely hitting, and no freebies. Good pitching, good defense.